CMUEagles.com with Central Methodist head football coach Jody Ford as the Eagles get ready to prepare for their Week 3 opponent, Benedictine, on Saturday at 6 p.m. at Davis Field. Coach, your team's coming off a 35-22 win over Kansas Wesleyan in its last game. Just a quick synopsis of that game and how it went.
Well, we had a lot of mistakes, obviously, and a lot of things to improve on. We had a real sketchy first half and was very pleased with how we came back out and played in the second half. And, it took a lot on everybody's part, and it was nice we were able to get a punt block by Tyler Steinkamp, and then Tyler also did a great job running the football. The offensive line opened up some holes for him. Took us a minute to get Max Holmes settled down at quarterback, but once he got in his groove in the second half, he did a really nice job. Obviously, Jamal Williams had another big game again for us and caught some big touchdown catches for us, and Paul Stevens had some big catches for us as well. And then defensively, it was nice to see our defensive line do some good things. We were fortunate in that we were able to get 10 sacks last game, and they really did a great job. And there's a lot of good positives that came out of it, but we certainly have a lot to get to improve on.
With the league opener coming against Benedictine at home, just talk about how good Benedictine has been for several years and how good they are this year.
Well, I think that's a tribute to their coach. I mean, Coach Wilcox has been there for 30-plus years and has the field named after him and everything, and he's a legend pretty much in the Heart of America Conference and has done some great things. And he's got another great team again this year, and I think they go as he goes, and that man has done a great job building a great tradition there.
Benedictine coming off a 57-49 loss to Ottawa last week. Both teams ranked in the top 25, a high-scoring affair. What did you see from Benedictine on film in that game that impresses you?
Well, scoring-wise, they have a great offensive line. They're big, beefy guys. All of them are 300-plus, and even their backups are 300-plus. And then you get into their wide receivers. The Reek kid is a huge receiver at 6'5", and really makes some great plays for him. And then Christian Hack on the other side has really done some great things. And both those guys rank up there in the conference right now with what they're doing offensively. And then the running back, too, is doing some really good things, rushing the football, and his fullbacks really help open up some holes for him. And the quarterback, Harmonick's been doing some good things, and so they've been able to score a lot of points and do a lot of really good things offensively. And then defensively is typical. They just work hard. They're scrappy. Those guys do a great job on the defensive side. And the one thing you get when you play Benedictine is they're not going to hurt themselves. They don't beat themselves. They don't make a lot of mistakes, and we're going to have to play a very good game to really make things happen for us.
As you alluded to, Tyler Hennis was kind of their bell cow in the last game, 26 carries, 134 yards, and a touchdown. Benedictine lost Cameron Ford at graduation, but really able to pick back up and replace in the backfield what they left off.
Yeah, and they play a stable of backs. Tyler right now is getting the load of the work, and he's doing a great job, but also they come in with a number of backs behind him that are carry on and do a good job, but a lot of it has to do with the offensive line too. The offensive line just doing a tremendous job up front, and so we really got our work cut out for us with how big and huge they are, but hopefully we'll be able to get it done.
Defensively, the Ravens are led by Josh Montgomery. He's 18 tackles, half a sack. A lot of new faces on their defense this year, but just what have you seen from them that you think makes them formidable on that side of the ball?
I think they're just very well coached. They do a good job fundamentally, and they just don't beat themselves. They don't make mistakes, and they do what they do, and they're going to line up. And you have to do a good job to beat them. And I think their defensive coaches and all their coaches, for that matter, do a great job with them. But it's a typical Larry Wilcox coach team. They run the ball hard, they play good defense, and that's how they win games. And so they'll be tough. They'll come in here with a very good football team.
What do you think will be some of the keys to the game on Saturday night as each team hopes to start out 1-0 in league play?
Well, typically in the past, it's always had to do with turnovers, and obviously we haven't done a very good job over the previous years of taking care of the football. So I think it comes down a lot to do with that. The kicking game always plays a part in it in some capacity, and that's the other thing. They do a great job of playing a field position kind of game, and so we'll have to do an excellent job in the kicking game as well. But I think those two things, really field position and turnovers, will play a big factor in this game.